Hey guys, Caller here, bringing you Game 5 of Group E of the Arena MSL 2008. And we have here Nada versus Shark. Both are playing for the right to leave this group and to enter the round of 16. The loser of this match will be eliminated from the MSL. I have to say, right now, I'd give my money on Nada. Of course, Nada has been a champion for so long. I mean, he's won championships against the like of Savior, Yellow, and Jelizerg. Actually, I have commentated his series where he defeated Jelizerg for an OSL title. So, against a newcoming Zerg player, I just have to automatically give my money to Nada. And we have here Shark spawning in blue at the 5 o'clock position, Nada spawning in green at the 11 o'clock position. And in addition, Shark's play last game and in Game 2 when he faced against Goodfriend was really uninspiring. He won against Goodfriend because he made a very lucky timing attack with his lurkers when he had really made a really ineffective Mutalist Karask and didn't manage to defend any of his expansions. His last-ditch attack managed to work, and playing against Lucifer, he just got destroyed, basically. I just didn't feel like he had a chance throughout the entire game. He was just played quite poorly. I feel like Nada, if nothing goes wrong for him, should be able to dismantle Shark in this game and proceed into the round of 16. And it looks like both players are going to be starting off with rather safe and conventional builds here. Looks like Shark's going to go for his natural expansion here. Actually, no, could be going for some kind of, he could be going for a fast expand onto the expansion that's farther away from, that's more difficult to protect from his base. We'll see what he's doing with this drone here. Really interesting here. Bringing his drone out first, perhaps just to get a quick scout, or perhaps to hide a hatchery somewhere. This map is Colosseum, by the way. Each main base has 2 natural expansions attached to it. One natural is easily accessible from a ramp pointing into your main. The other one is not easily accessible from your main. It requires you to go outside and then come around the other side to get into, but I'll call both of them natural expansions. And it looks like he's brought the scout out way before he even brought his first drone out to build his expansion hatchery. And it looks like he will be putting it inside the expansion, inside his that's easily protectable from his main, which makes sense. Nada going for a barracks first here. We'll see if he decides to go for a 2-rack strategy, or if he goes for, and it looks like he's going to go for 2 racks here, so Nada might be thinking about a marine rush here. And we'll see how effective he is with this. Nada, of course, is a master of sunken breaks. He's just very good with his timing of his attacks. But luckily for Shark, actually, he brought his early drone scout out, and he will spot this in time to be able to be prepared for this. Looks like he's going to build a spawning pool after his first hatchery, not deciding to go for a 3 hatchery build, which would be a little suicidal at this point. But I guess this drone is going to pay off for him in that he's going to see what Nada's going to do way before his Overlord reaches his position. His Overlord pretty much would not have been able to get into Nada's base without getting killed by Marines, it being cross positions in this map. So Nada's 2 barracks rush has been revealed to Shark here, and we'll see how he prepares for this. It is quite easy for Zerg to defend on this map, I feel, because of the neutral sunken colony right here that we see entering into Shark's base. Shark can just easily place a sunken colony on the neutral creep there and defend the narrow choke point leading up to his natural expansion. And Nada will have to effect some damage quickly here, or else he might go into a fast expand. We'll have to see, but he will be a little bit behind even if he goes for an expansion here, because he has decided to commit to the 2nd racks early on instead of going 1 racks into expansion. Extractor going up for Shark here, and looks like Shark's gonna, no, I thought he was going to go for a 2 hatchery build. He has gotten his 3rd hatchery before putting his extractor down. So going for a very standard build here, and Nada now getting his fast expand up at his natural expansion above the ramp. And Nada still hasn't gotten his gas up yet, so this is going to slow him down a little bit in terms of tech, but I think he'll be okay here. He has destroyed the neutral sunken colony in front of his base, and if he needs to, he can place us SCVs and some Marines there to defend his choke, or even put down a bunker if he so feels the need to. But he probably won't feel the need to. I believe he still has a scout alive inside of Shark's base, and he will be able to see what's going on. Nada now getting his refinery down. Looks like Nada's going to go for a fairly standard Medica Marine build here. And the SCV is still alive, still scouting. He's going to see, he's going to anticipate these couple of links moving up. Looks like Nada's doing exactly that. He's bringing 2 SCVs to block and a number of Marines there. They're going to be able to hold off any kind of Zergling rush quite easily at this point. Yeah, so hope you guys have been enjoying this series so far. I think I mentioned in a previous video, but I do play on BNet once in a while, so if you do see me, I am Cholera. I think I mentioned this. I'm not sure if I did. Yeah, but say hello, and you could challenge me to a game or whatever. If I have time, I might play, but I warn you, I'm not a very good player, and I mainly play 2 versus 2 games for some reason. When I picked up this game again from a rather long hiatus about a year ago, I picked it up again. I just wanted to play 2v2s for some reason, and since then I just haven't been practicing 1v1s at all. So yeah, I have been trying to find these new maps and play them. I played Wuthering Heights last night with somebody, and that was quite interesting, actually. Yeah, so it looks like Stim being upgraded at the Academy for Nada, and Nada with looks like a dozen Marines out here, so he's going to push out pretty soon here. And I don't see a Sunken yet up for Shark at his choke point. Shark has finished his lair though, and he is going to get his Spire down. Nada could go for a very good timing attack at this point. We'll see if he decides to go for it with his first 2 medics out at this point. He's going to bring his SCV scout once again. And he's going to spot the fact that, well, actually, no, he might not be able to get in. Looks like he's not going to spot the fact that there's no Sunken colony there. It looks like the first Sunken is going to go up at the choke point for Shark here. And it looks like he's going for a very standard 3 hatchery into Spire build here. But look at this. Nada's going to push out with his Medic Marines here and his 2 Fire Bats. It's going to be quite a formidable force here. It might be able to effect a Sunken break. We'll have to see. Nada did this very well against Jelizerg in an OSL final that I casted. So if you want to see a good Sunken break, check out, I think, Game 1. It's one of the shorter games in the series, but I think it's the shortest game in the series when Nada does the Sunken break just at this moment, right before Jelizerg got his Mulisks out. And it looks like Nada's going to try and do this, but enough Sunkens are going up in the front here that I don't think he will be able to do this. Nada could effectively put a bunker, though, in the front, but Nada's actually... Shark actually managed to get a couple of Zerglings into Nada's expansion here. Good thing Nada does have those pair of Fire Bats back in his base, so he will be able to pick off those Zerglings or chase them away. But he's losing a little bit of mining time here at his natural, so good move there by Shark, keeping a couple of Zerglings there for a flank. Looks like he picks off 1 SCV here at the natural expansion. And Nada, what I was saying, could put actually a bunker there in front of the door, or overlooking this cliff here, and shoot any units coming out. But it looks like he's not going to go for that. Looks like he might decide to retreat a little bit. It looks like Shark doing a very good job here of getting Zerglings into Nada's main here. It looks like he's going to pick off another 3 SCVs here. So good work here by Shark. Now his Zerglings are going to die, but doing a good amount of damage and disruption to Nada's attention here. I think Nada's actually forced to move back here, or he's decided to move back rather, with his Medic Marine group out in the field. So I would give Shark actually a little bit of an advantage here. We'll have to see how good his Mulisk Harass is. It'll all come down to this. Mulisk Harass, I feel, because that usually is what determines, well, not determines the game, but really it sets the pace for the rest of the game, depending on how good this Mulisk Harass is. And Mulisk Harasses recently have just been getting better and better ever since the stacking trick was learned. Pretty much all up-and-coming Zerg players can do Mulisk Harass like the best pros can. Really, there's no difference, I think, between a Jelizerg and a player like Luxury or Yarnak. You know, I mean, Luxury and Yarnak are actually quite good players, but it's just in general, between the mid-tier Zergs and the top tiers, there's really no difference in how they do in Mulisk Harass. I feel it's actually all of them are doing a really good job, and looks like Shark is going to be trying to pick off a few Medic Marines here. Looks like it's bought enough time for Nada, though, to put up enough turrets to defend himself. And I guess the difference is